Hello, and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Car Theft on Demand. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. We want you to like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so I want to make sure that you click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. I would also like to tell you about HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a great way for you to purchase live phone calls with your favorite celebrities. You can buy a call for $19.95 with over 100 celebrities to choose from. Give it a try. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now, let's get started. The world of car theft has both exploded and dramatically changed over the last year or so. Part of the problem is all the economic desperation caused by the pandemic, and the other problem is how quickly new technology is advancing and evolving. Both of these two factors are causing the world of car theft to evolve so quickly that it has caught car owners and insurance companies by complete surprise. First, let's reveal what's changed and what's new. Let's begin with the act of stealing vehicles. Do you remember the Nicolas Cage movie called Gone in 60 Seconds? Well, if that movie were to come out today, it would have to be called Gone in 30 Seconds. That's because the new techniques and technology involved in car theft are so much more sophisticated, you wouldn't believe it. Today, you no longer have to break a window or jimmy open a door or a latch or smash the ignition column or hotwire the starter to steal a car. Most of that nonsense has been relegated to the past. Now, most of the time, cars are stolen electronically. A car thief with a small electronic device in their hands will walk up to your car and press a button. This will open the car and start the vehicle for them. They don't even have to worry about car alarms because this technology allows them to bypass all of that. All of this can be done in less than 30 seconds. Next, we have a new system called car theft on demand. Criminals aren't out there just stealing random cars and hoping a chop shop or a criminal in their neighborhood will buy it from them. That's a thing of the past. What's happening now is that foreign and domestic crime groups are placing orders for stolen cars, and the car theft teams are going out and stealing them that same day. This is called car theft on demand, and it's not just being done by street criminals. It's also being done by large foreign criminal cartels who are placing orders from overseas and then sending these orders to the US, where their partners are then going out and stealing the cars for them. You know what else is now a big part of car theft on demand? Well, because the economy over the last year has wiped out millions of people who had homes and cars but can no longer afford either of those luxuries, what's happening is that car owners are now arranging to have their own cars stolen by these groups. Why are they doing that, you ask? They're doing it because they can't afford their car payments anymore, so they will arrange to have their cars stolen, and this way they can make some money for turning their cars over to the criminals and for the insurance claims they file after it's stolen. With car theft on demand, the car owner actually gets to make money when they arrange to have their car stolen, and they get to make even more money when they file the fake insurance claim for their stolen vehicle. They can also control their situation a little more because without this new system, they would have to try and sell their car or wait for it to be repossessed by the bank, and all of that takes time and does even more damage to their credit rating. It's also a great deal for the criminal because it's much easier to steal a car from a car owner who wants you to steal it. It dramatically reduces much of your risk. And another thing that's happening is that car theft rings are getting much more sophisticated in their ability to remove existing serial numbers off of the cars and putting fake VIN numbers on them that will make them appear legit. This means that finding and requiring stolen cars has now become exponentially more difficult for law enforcement because VIN numbers are the primary way that they track and identify stolen cars. I'll tell you what else is really interesting. It used to be that when you wanted to purchase a new motor for your car, you would order the motor from a crate company, And the crate company would ship you the motor with the proper VIN number on that motor. But here's what's changed. Because cars are worth so much more with matching numbers on the engine and on the various parts and portions of the car, what some unethical individuals are doing is they're offering to put whatever VIN number you want on that motor. That's a problem, as you might imagine. Another problem is prosecution, because a lot of gangs and crime groups are using minors to go out and steal the cars all day long. They aren't being prosecuted as severely as car thieves would be, car thieves who are 18 or older. In fact, there are some instances where very young car thieves are arrested and simply turned over to their mothers. When that happens, then a lot of times these car thieves are back out on the streets 24 hours later. Next, there is something called rapid teardown. This is where a stolen car is brought into a special warehouse and stripped down for its parts so quickly you wouldn't believe it. They'll have half a dozen guys removing parts on the car all at the same time. Not only will they strip down the parts from the car quickly, but they have an entire process for stripping off, removing, or replacing individual VIN numbers or serial numbers off of the vehicle or the various parts on it, so that they can no longer be tracked or identified as stolen. This makes it much easier to sell these parts on the black market or even on your favorite online auction site. If you go to the dealer and they tell you that the new part you need for your car will cost you $1,000, and then instead you decide to go online and you see that same part for $300, do you think people will really care if the part shows up in the mail without a VIN number or a serial number on it? Nobody's going to care. Most people could care less if they need their car to get to work in the morning. Part of the problem is being fueled and driven by the incredible increase in car part prices that manufacturers are implementing. It's amazing how difficult it is to get a repair estimate from a car dealership that is less than $2,000. Everything's $2,000 or more now. The previous minimum average repair bill was like $1,000, but that's not the case anymore. Now, $2,000 and up. You'd be shocked. Another thing you should know is how easy it is to remove or disable the GPS tracker in your car. In reality, it can be done so quickly and so easily, it would shock most people. If you have any doubt, then simply go on YouTube and watch one of the countless videos on there showing you exactly how to remove or disable the GPS tracker on your car. One more thing about car theft that people don't realize is happening. It used to be that most of the cars were stolen by kids from your neighborhood, and when they were done, they would simply drop the car off or abandon it within your neighborhood or somewhere else in the city. That's not the case anymore. Currently, most stolen cars are shipped out of your area, and very likely they're on their way to Mexico or Eastern Europe soon after they are stolen. Once they are in the new country, the likelihood of the police, their police or ours, finding your car drops to zero. So for all those people who think that the police will immediately launch a full-scale investigation into your stolen car the minute it's taken, and think they're going to track it down, that's not what's going to happen. Because so many police departments have been defunded by the politicians, they just don't have the manpower to aggressively pursue anything but the most violent crimes. So what can you do? Our advice is to place 1 or 2 hidden kill switches on your car somewhere so that they can't start it and drive it away, no matter what they do. With that, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews and more breaking news stories coming up in the future. So we encourage you to subscribe to our free channel and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new story. Thank you for watching, and we shall talk to you soon.